Hello! In today's video, I'm going to be taking some gift bags like these ones here below and turning them into a tri-fold folder for holding paper scraps. Why? Because I'm starting to look through my scraps that I have to use in some of my art projects for the holidays coming up. And I've realized that I have everything in this ugly manila folder and I want to do something a little bit more creative. So it's kind of a mess, and holding everything in a manila envelope is not really doing it for me. So I thought there's got to be a better way. I saw another creator do something with these gift bags, and I will put the link in the description to the video that inspired me to do this. And I thought that, you know what, I do want to take these types of bags because they're nice and sturdy and they can expand just the tiniest bit, enough to put, papers, smaller papers inside. So wouldn't it be cool to take these and to do a kind of folded pocket? So that's what we're going to do today. All right, so the first thing I want to do with these is I want to remove the handles. So what I'm going to do is determine how I can get these off. Oh my gosh. All right, I got the handles off, but there was a little bit of a casualty here. That's okay. I'm going to put pattern paper over the top, so it's not going to show, but still I was a little disappointed about how difficult it was to get the handles off. Doesn't matter. We will make it work. Now, what am I going to do for the binding? How am I going to connect these? What I want to do is there is this gusset here, and I want to take some tape and put it right down in here connecting. Do I want it exactly side by side? No, I want to give it a little bit of a buffer, a little bit of a space, so that if this gets bulky, that I can, fold it over and there's going to be a little tiny bit of a gap to help with that bulkiness. What kind of tape am I going to use? I am going to use this packing tape. I don't even know if they sell this anymore. I don't even know where I happen to have this from. This is the kind that you have to get wet. This is the old school packing tape. So I'm going to use this. I want to use it up, but you use whatever you have, right? Just use things up. Don't go buy more stuff if you don't need to. Here's another example. This is kind of a duct tape. This is plastic and it's very durable, really sturdy. So I could use this. The only reason why I don't want to is because it doesn't really look like Christmas colors, holiday colors. See, does this really go? No, it doesn't. And this can match more with the paper, just kind of a neutral color, and then adding something like this over the top will work. So I'm going to use this, right? But just use whatever works for you, okay? So I cut down some pieces already, just like this. So it's going to go in here. So I'm going to get them wet. I have some paper towel here just in case. And what I'm going to do is take my little sponge applicator thing and I am going to make it wet. How wet? I have no idea. This is the first time I'm ever doing this. So let's see. Oh, well, that's broken. Okay. I just hope this is going to be really sticky. Oh, get in there. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to add this in here like this. How much of a gap? I think I'm going to have about 1/4 of an inch. let's make it like 1/2 inch maybe. Just give it a little bit more space. Okay. This side I will put another piece over the back here, so I'm not going to worry about that yet. Right, so that's that. Very good. Now I need to do this one. Same thing. Fingers crossed that this glues really well, that it does not come up once it goes down. It's maybe a little bit extra water on there, but we'll see how it goes. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to give this one also a good amount of leeway. Okay, nice. So now I want to do the same thing on the back. Okay. Okay. Liking it so far. Now, what am I going to do? How am I going to decorate this? Well, I can choose what I want to do. Do I want to do the back first and then the front? Maybe I will, since I have some of these things out already. And I don't have to do solid panels. I can do 1/2 and 1/2 or whatever I would like. If you're wondering about the size of the envelope, they are 5.5 wide by 8.5 long, more or less. They're a little bit up or down of that amount, but that's the general idea. So let me cut down these 3 pieces. So I put double-sided tape on the back of everything, and what I'm going to do is put down my cards with this rather than glue, just because this is pretty thick paper and I'm thinking it's going to hold better with double-sided tape. Okay, so here's what I have so far. This is the perfect time to remind you that if you're enjoying this video, please do hit the like button so that it can spread to others. Thank you. For the inside, what I want to do is I want to simply take a piece of paper like this that's folded and just place it in here. So I will glue this to the back and maybe put double-sided tape on the sides or a bead of glue so that I have a little pocket here and a small one here as well. And there's just a piece of decoration in the background, right? So I like that paper and I like this one. And I think I'll take these colors also. So then maybe I will put this one here in the middle. And then I will use these ones. There, that looks nice. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to take double-sided tape and place them in here. Now, to close the sides of these little folders, I could use double-sided tape, but I think I'm going to use my glitter glue instead, just because I want to have a really fine line of glue. Okay, now while I am waiting for these to glue themselves, stick together, I do need to put another piece down here. Okay, how's it coming? Now lastly, I could put another set of pockets in here. So for example, if I did something like this where I cut it and then just had a pocket in here, but I think I don't need it. I think I have enough already with these pockets. So I think I'm going to just leave it as is, but I sure can test it out and see if it is starting to hold my papers. So let's take some of these things, just lay them all out. So I want to see what can go where. What's going to go in what pocket? And do I want to organize things in certain ways? Here's an old postcard, for example. That fits there. Maybe this could be for the smaller pieces. And then there's also this up here, right? So does this is kind of big. Yeah, so I think I can just go ahead and slide things in. And it's nice if some things stand up as well, a little bit past the top. I like that idea. Ooh, here's a nice envelope. Kind of like a pocket, another big pocket. A pocket in a pocket. Here's a bunch of the little ones. Here's another postcard. For any tiny things, I think I will need to put them in another little container or envelope just because they might get lost. So I'll have to be careful about the tiny, tiny ones. Even my great big envelope fits. So now here's the question, is it gonna close? Yeah, it closes. I may need to put a ribbon or something around it to keep it closed, right? Actually, there's something else I can do. I can fold one bag down this way, and this one I can fold this way. That is really nice. I like that idea because I can add something else in here as well. Another kind of pocket, maybe even the long way. Say, for example, that I added something here, then I could add small things or long things that way as well. And then this would be my front, my top, and I could just decorate it with something like this, and then I would have all these things in the front. So yeah, that's what I like. I think I'm going to do it this way. So let me know in the comments what kinds of art projects you are working on over this holiday season. And if you're looking for some inspiration for art journaling, glue books in a holiday theme, check out this journal that I worked on last year. It's going to give you lots of ideas. So I hope to see you over there.